It was a quiet evening on the Sea of Galilee. The air was cool, the sky painted in shades of amber and violet. Jesus and his disciples had been teaching and healing all day, and now, tired but content, they stepped into a boat to cross the calm waters. The disciples whispered to one another as they rowed, the stillness of the lake wrapping around them like a warm blanket. Jesus, weary from the day's work, found a spot at the back of the boat, laid his head on a cushion, and closed his eyes to rest. The waters rocked the boat gently, a perfect rhythm of peace. But the peace didn't last. Out of nowhere, a fierce windstorm swept over the sea. The calm waves turned into roaring giants, tossing the boat back and forth. Cold rain lashed against the disciples' faces as they struggled to steady the vessel. Panic began to rise. These men, seasoned fishermen, had faced storms before, but this one was different. It was stronger, angrier. Water poured into the boat, threatening to sink it. In their fear, they turned to Jesus. But there he was, still asleep, unbothered by the chaos around him. "Jesus! Don't you care that we're perishing?" Disciples cried out, their voices filled with desperation. Jesus opened his eyes and stood up, steady in the rocking boat. He looked at his frightened friends and then at the raging storm. Raising his hand, he spoke just 3 words. "Peace, be still." And in an instant, the wind stopped, the waves calmed, the rain ceased. The sea was as smooth as glass, and the only sound was the disciples' breath, heavy with awe. Jesus turned to them, his eyes kind but probing. "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" he asked. The disciples didn't know what to say. They exchanged looks, their hearts pounding. Not from fear, but from amazement. "Who is this?" they whispered to one another. "That even the wind and the sea obey him." The storm had passed, but its lesson remained. In their darkest moment, they learned that with Jesus, even the fiercest storms could be silenced. And so, dear friends, remember this. Life may bring storms, moments when fear feels overwhelming and the waves threaten to pull you under. But in those moments, don't forget that Jesus is in your boat. His words, "Peace, be still," can calm not just the stormy seas, but the storms within your heart. Trust in him and find your peace.
If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more amazing content.